David Davies led this game by 3-1. But it's Dean that wins the race to the finish and is into the final. Because Danny Van Tripe looks at double top to return to the final.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the MODUS Super Series here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It's now time for the final. Would you please welcome, from Ireland, into his first weekly final, Dean Finn. And would you please welcome from the Netherlands, into his second weekly final, Danny Van Tripe.
Destination Champions Week for the winner of this final. Danny Van Tripe taking on Dean Finn. And as Matthew Edgar said, been such a fighter tonight as Finn. Let plenty of emotion out during his victory. He started with that stunning win against Raymond Smith earlier this evening. And now he is up against Van Tripe here at the Live Lounge. The Dutchman, who was runner-up in a previous visit here last series, between this and that, he's won the international pairs alongside Jimmy Van Ski. He's already at Champions Week. It will be Van Tripe or Finn who joins him and fills the final place in it. It all gets underway on Monday, but the last match to qualify is this one. The winner takes it all, and Matt and Henry will guide you through the action.
Thank you very much, Chris, for the final time this evening. And so, to the long and short of it, when this game is completed, we will know the 12 players that will participate in the 11th Champions Week of the MODUS Super Series. Neither player been there before. Dean Finn is into uncharted territory. Danny Van Tripe has retribution on his mind. He lost to a player from the Republic of Ireland in his last final in Shane McGurk. As for Dean Finn, a victory here would be the finest he has ever had anywhere. He has shown courage, he has shown great character, he's shown us great darts. But this is a man that is very experienced when it comes to this course. How do you see this one going, Matthew Edgar?
Well, the evidence of what we've seen so far, you'd have to make Danny Van Tripe favourite. However, Raymond Smith was the favourite, and Dean Finn dealt with him. Dealt with him very well. 4-1 in his opening game this evening, and
65.
It's going to cause some interesting moments, but Danny started well. That's what he needed to do. When you win the bullseye, you've got to come out and cash it in. You cannot lose that opening leg, and Danny's making sure of that here.
Danny, you require 116.
Got off to a quick start in his opening game against Dean Finn. Got off to a quick start in his semi-final. And gets off to a quick start in the final as well. A 116 checkout to win the opening leg. Danny Van Tripe on the board. A 12 darter and sends out an instant statement of intent to his opponent.
Well, the only way Dean Finn was breaking him there was with the 9 darter. Anything other than a 9.
72.
He wasn't getting a go.
As I mentioned, these two met earlier on this evening. Danny Van Tripe won 4-2. Actually had darts to win the game by a 4-0 scoreline. Hit 4 180s in that contest. Dean Finn needed a couple of legs to qualify for the semi-finals. He got that. Danny won the game. And now they meet
45
in a straight knockout match. The final match that will determine the final spot through to Champions Week. Good list of players have won Week 12s in the past. Chris Mason won the very first. Jared Cole won the last one. We've had a former series champion come through Week 12 in Scott Taylor back in Series 6. And it really is a case of winner stays on, because you get through tonight You're back in play next week. Danny Van Dijk
59.
realistically is probably going to be playing in Group A. Dean Finn probably will have to do it in the second half of the week.
140.
But Danny Van Dijk here means business.
This is a quality start, isn't it? A 12-darter in the opening leg. He's on for the same sort of equation here, and just like in his game
46.
against Cameron,
Danny, you
making his
require
opponent
96.
irrelevant. There's nothing the opponent can do.
$56.
There was points in his semi-final against Cameron that the only thing that was going to unravel him was the stage set. And he came up to a similar type of start in the semi-final, didn't he? Because if I remember rightly, he rattled off a 16
Danny,
and a
you
14 for the
require
first two legs.
40. Game start,
12
the second
followed by
leg.
13 gets
Dijk.
Danny Van Dijk up and running. And in the space of 3.5 minutes, is halfway towards
leg
Champions
is
Week,
Danny
averaging
to throw first. Game
120.24, which is the series record held by David Evans in the very first week. And if he carries on like this, we're going to be talking about record averages altogether, the 122.69 of Darrell Pilgrim.
We are watching something very, very special from someone who is becoming a very,
44.
very special player.
There is no doubt in 2025, this man has got better. And this man is 6 into the 9, and we've never seen it on a Saturday night here before.
And he's believing. You can see in the reaction. Deep breath there from Danny Van
45.
Tripe.
Danny, you require
Be the first
141.
player to do it on a Saturday. It's on.
Double 12. Danny Van Dijk is the first ever player to hit a Saturday night 9-darter. And just listen to the frenzy.
To throw first.
How about that? He's on the cusp of a record average here. He could be on the cusp of a record average in a broadcast
Game up.
match. 132.62 right now.
Now, can I be the Grinch? Can I be the boring one here and say he's still got a job to
54.
do? Still needs to find another leg. He's got to try and find some level of composure right now. And he's doing the right thing here. Just trying to take his time. Trying to get that heart rate back down. Remembering that he's in a final here.
$100.
That's quality, that, from Danny Van Tripe. Just had to try and find a little bit of composure. Had to try and remember what he's up there for. It's very distracting at times, that 9-dart, especially with that reaction.
That was actually his worst scoring visit in terms of a visit prior
59.
to going for a checkout. But this is the issue now, isn't it? Where, because he's had the 9-dart, he's got to try and bring himself back
100.
down to an equilibrium because he's got a final to win still.
$47.
Well, now the adrenaline's just calming down a little bit, isn't it?
100.
The average still, despite a poor legs, 125. If he gets this done in 6, we've got a record average here. He gets a trophy. He's got a 9-darter. Super Series, Saturday night. Completed it, mate.
It's only 125 here. I think if I was Dean Finn, I'd just probably go get the trophy and give it to myself
97.
now. I'd just be like, here you go, mate. I've had enough. Please stop this.
100.
Brutality. Now, if he takes this 101 out, it's very borderline in terms of record averages. It's 124.11. This has been
56.
the perfect
Danny, you
display
require
from
101.
Danny Van Tripe. Is he going to finish it off in perfect style? Double top.
81.
And if he got it, I think he may have got the record to boot. It's a record for a final, that's for sure. 117.88, Luke Littler against Andy Bartons.
96. Danny, you require 20. Game
the final
shot,
name
and the match,
into
and the
Champions
Series
Week
11
is
week 12
Danny Van
MODUS Super
Tripe
Series champion,
with the most
Danny Van
inspired
Tripe.
of performances. 120.24 average, a 9-dart finish. Danny Van Tripe is into Champions Week, and it is a dream win for the Dream Man from the Netherlands.
Wow, what an incredible final. What a moment for that man. Danny Van Tripe. Well, the emotion is evident, isn't it? Look at that. What has he just done? He told us earlier in the week, having hit a 9-dart finish in Southampton, that he'd never even hit one in practice. But he hits a 9-darter and averages 120.24 to win the final and qualify for Champions Week. Matthew Edgar is alongside me now. Matt, suddenly everyone in Champions Week is going to be running scared, aren't they?
Oh, that was exceptional, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. 9-darter as well to boot. 3 180s, 120. Everything you look at there was just incredible from Danny Van Tripe. The way he handled that, the way he burst in. We've been saying all the time that he's the most likely to burst into action at some point, but that exceeded expectation. That was out of this world. What a performance. And you can see the emotion for Danny as well. That meant a lot. But not only to win it, but to win it the way he did. We're going to be rewatching that final for a long time.
Yeah, said it earlier on tonight. The kids have come from a darts academy this evening. What a treat they've had to see a 9-darter so close.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people emailing in now to try and get their academies down here. They've had a great night out there tonight, and a real big moment there to be the first people here to see a 9-darter on that stage on a Saturday night. That final, I mean, I was watching the crowd, certainly the people at the front there, the whole time, big smiles on their faces. They knew they was watching something special, and it was a special night for them tonight and a lot of special moments on the stage.
Yeah, special moment for Danny Van Tripe, certainly. And, well, we need to hear from him. He's got to lift the trophy as well. So let's do that now. He's talking to Henry.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Just gave Danny a couple of moments because it's been a very emotional few minutes for you. Where do we start? The 9-darter? The 120 average? The Champions Week? You did it all in one, pal.
Yeah, the whole week was like, oh.
Yeah. We're not doing a Dimitri here. No Dimitris.
No, you can hold it. The whole week, I know the whole week I tuned 1 times a 97 average against Davis. And then the rest of the week was like 82, 85, 84. And then I played against Cameron. And for me, it was the hardest game of the week because I played Cameron like 4, 5 times? 5, 6? Yes. So I played Cameron like 6 times now, and he won 4 of them. I won 2 out of them. And yeah, then you saw the final. It was like, I know I started with a 12-darter. After that one, it was a 13, so I was like, okay, I have a good average. I'm very surprised I threw a 9-darter, because yeah, if I look at the whole week, you know, the first game I played against Pariona was like, I missed 28 doubles. The game after that I missed 21, so I was fighting myself this week with the doubles, but not on this Saturday, not today.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Look, let's talk about the 9-darter. I'm not quite sure how aware you are of this, but we've never ever had a 9-darter on a Saturday night. Never ever had a 9-darter in front of a crowd here. I know this is a very emotional one for you. First of all, let's talk about the 9-darter. In that leg, it didn't even look like you're going to miss. There's some 9-darters where I think a lot of people think, oh, this ain't going to happen. It's going to. It looked like it was going to happen pretty much from the second visit.
It's always like I threw 100 times, 180, 180, but I missed 7 darts. 99 from the 100 times, I missed the treble 20. And now the treble 20 goes in, and I was like, I'm going to throw it.
We had a conversation earlier on this week about 9-darters. I don't know how much you remember about this. And you said that one in Southampton, you're not a 9-dart man, are you? You're not someone that piles them in, are you?
No, because the 9-darter in Southampton against Joshua Richardson was my first 9-darter. I never threw a 9-darter in practice. Then my second 9-dot was in a tournament in Welberg in the Netherlands. It was a local tournament. And this is my third one. And I've still never had thrown a 9-dot in practice. So I have 3 9-dots now. And 3 9-dots in a tournament. And 2 are televised on television.
In the last leg, after everything that happened, how difficult was it then to kind of bring it down? Because obviously, yes, the 9-dart is great, but you've got a final to win, haven't you, as well?
I know. I'm happy with the 9-dot, but I know I have to win this game because I had 3-4 games. I was 3-0 up, and I lost 4-3. So I'm happy with the 9-dot, but I thought by myself, Danny, focus now. So I need a little bit time because, I was getting emotional, and I was like, oh, no, Danny. Don't screw it up. Don't do it. And then I started the leg with 100, 100, 100. And then I was like, okay, throw the double and you're fine. And yeah, I won 4-0. Dean was a good opponent. And he did it well. But I saw it like, it was 120.
120.24.
Yeah, so.
You're not going to like me for saying this. We think you missed a double to break the record average here.
In the final?
In the final, yes. Record average in a game here. You got the record average for the final, but the record average in a game here, full stop.
Where's the record?
Record 122.69, Dal Pilgrim. You've broken the record for a final.
Yeah, but he can play darts, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you're going to be playing darts next week. Don't quite know the full mathematics as to which group you're going to be in yet, but you're going to be playing darts next week. Now, how do you get yourself from here into Champions League? What's going to be the plan? Is it just going to carry on, tick over? Because I suppose you've got that arrangement of booking hotels, sorting things out.
First, I'm going to call my boss because he's expecting me on the Monday. So, I don't know which group I am, but yeah. Sorry, Suren, I'm not coming Monday.
How much leave you got left?
Not many.
And look, this has been an incredible year for yourself. And me and Matt were in commentary earlier on this evening, and we've been talking about how it's felt like this year you've come of age a little bit. You had your couple of years on tour. It wasn't as plain sailing as perhaps you would have wanted it to be. But do you feel like this year you've come back to this level, a better, more complete player than the one that left the tour at the end of 2024?
Yeah, because when you have a tour card, you can only throw the tournaments, the Pro Tours or something like that. And I've lost my tour card, and after the third week of Challenge Tour, I won a tournament, so I was number 8 or 7 on the Challenge Tour. I didn't get invited for every Pro Tour. You can play every Challenge Tour, you can play every ADC tournament, you can play every MODUS event. So I throw a lot of more dots now when I don't have a tour card. And for me, now it's better for me, but I hope I'm gonna get my tour card back. And but for now, I have 2 times MODUS left this year. Oh no, 3 times.
Yeah, because you could have 4 potentially.
Yeah, 4. For now, it's 3 times MODUS, but I really enjoyed it here, and it was a good crowd today. And it was really fun with the people in Group A and Group B, sorry. And see you next week.
We are going to see you next week. And just before we leave, you only had the one slip up this week. TV was fine. Still getting used to that, right?
The whole week, there was something different. It was something like steel, but now it's the same as the International Press Week. It's very dangerous.
We'll put a sign on it for you next week. Look, last time we had the chat, you had to share the trophy. This time, you can have that all for yourself. You ready to do it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last player through the Champions Week, Danny van Troy!
Yeah, there we go. Then he lifts that trophy, Danny van Tripe, after the most incredible performance